The sky of Kerith burned violet when Daniel Reyes arrived. He felt small the moment he stepped onto the landing stone. The wind was warm and heavy. The ground beneath his boots hummed faintly with energy. This world was old. Older than most human civilizations. Then the shadow fell. Daniel looked up. Liara stood at the edge of the field. She was taller than the towers carved into the cliffs. Her skin carried a pale silver hue. Long dark hair flowed down her back like a living banner. Ancient armor rested on her shoulders, but she carried no weapon. She did not need one. She was the last fertile giantess of the VAE-LOR. Daniel forced his breath to slow. He was not a soldier. He was a xenobiologist. He had studied extinction events across dozens of systems. He had never faced extinction in the flesh. "You are Daniel Reyes Liara," said. Her voice was calm and deep. It vibrated through stone and bone. "Yes," he replied, "you were chosen." The word landed heavier than gravity. He nodded. "I was told my genetics were compatible. That is true. Then I was told you wanted a child. That is also true." She knelt so her massive eyes met his. There was no cruelty in them, only exhaustion and resolve. "Our people are ending," she said. "You are our final hope." The Vela had once shaped stars. Their cities touched the clouds. Their science bent reality itself. Then their births slowed. One generation failed, then another. Now only Liara remained, fertile, alone. Daniel had read the data. Declining numbers, genetic decay, cultural collapse. What he had not expected was choice. "You could have demanded this," he said. "We will not survive by force," Liara replied. "Only by trust." Trust. The negotiations were brief. Humanity gained knowledge. Vela gained time. Daniel remained on Kerith. The days passed quietly. Liara spoke with him often. She asked about Earth, about oceans and rain, about music and laughter. She listened when he spoke of human wars and failures. "You are flawed," she said once. "Yes," Daniel replied. "Badly, and yet you endure." "We adapt," he said. She considered that in silence. When the procedure was explained, it was clinical. No intimacy, no pain. Genetic integration guided by Vela technology far beyond human science. The child would grow within a crystalline matrix. Daniel agreed. He believed extinction was worse than fear. The embryo formed within days. It grew quickly, too quickly. Daniel noticed the energy readings first. The resonance curves climbed higher than expected. Vela scientists dismissed it as normal. Liara did not. One night, Daniel found her standing alone before the chamber. "You were worried," he said. "Yes, tell me." She waited a long time. "There is something you were not told," she said. His stomach tightened. The infertility was not the disease, she continued. It was the symptom. Daniel turned to face her. "Our size and power come from a resonance within ourselves, a living harmonic tied to this world. And it is failing," he guessed. "It is destabilizing," she corrected. "That is why we are dying." His eyes went to the growing child. "And the child, it carries the resonance," she said. "Stronger than mine." Cold spread through him. "Stronger how?" "It may grow beyond limits." "You hid this from me," he said. "If your leaders knew," Liara replied softly, "they would have refused. You risked my planet. I risked everything." Anger burned in him. Fear followed close behind. This could destroy worlds, he said. Yes, then why do this? She stepped closer. Because extinction is also destruction, she said. Just slower. Daniel demanded access to everything. Vela data, simulations, historical records. He worked without rest. The results were brutal. Most outcomes stabilized. Some did not. In the worst projections, the child became a walking catastrophe. A living star. UNCONTAINABLE. He confronted Liara. This is madness, he said. This is hope, she replied. You are gambling on me. I am gambling on humanity, she said. You adapt when others collapse. Daniel stared at the simulations again. Then he changed them. He introduced human regulatory traits. Adaptive dampening. Feedback loops found in human biology. Not suppression. Balance, the resonance, did not vanish, it learned. The birth came during a planetary storm. Energy rolled across the sky. The chamber cracked with light. Daniel stood beside Liara as the crystal dissolved. For one terrible moment, the ground shook. Then it stopped. A child stood where the chamber had been. Large, but not monstrous. Powerful but contained. Skin shimmered softly. Eyes held both blue and brown. It looked at Liara, then at Daniel. The resonance pulsed once, steady. Daniel felt his knees weaken. It worked, he whispered. Liara knelt and reached out. The child placed its hand against hers. Life surged outward. Plants nearby grew taller. The storm above softened. The Vela wept months. Past the child grew. Slowly, thoughtfully. It learned language faster than either species. It laughed. It asked questions. It walked without breaking the land. The resonance healed instead of consumed. Daniel prepared to leave. Liara met him beneath the violet sky. You could stay, she said. No, you are family now. He looked at the child in the distance. I have a world too, he said. She nodded. You gave us a future, she said. We gave it together. Daniel replied. As his ship rose into the sky, he looked down one last time. At the giantess, who was no longer alone. At the child who carried two legacies. Humanity had not conquered this world. It had saved it by choosing restraint. And somewhere in the stars, a new species learned what it meant to endure. Asterisk.